Canada to open tuning. I said,
Mood.tv.
And we are live. I was waiting to see if there's anything weird added in at the end of that song, or if it was edited out. I guess it was.
I was thinking about it.
You were thinking about it.
That'll be for the special vinyl release.
The vinyl release.
All the Kyle Moga Won't Shut Up.
The 48-piece vinyl record release that we're gonna do every 6 months to keep you up to date. So even if the end of the world happens, you can still listen to me not shut up. I'll be there for forever. Yep. Well, welcome to episode 17 of Kyle Moga Won't Shut Up. We can almost vote, guys, and buy porn and cigarettes in most places, not New Jersey. Next episode, we're 18. Yeah. Hey. This is the bullshit episode where you're just like, fuck my life. Where were you at 17, Zach? What were you doing at 17? Were you in school still?
I was in high school, so yeah I had a steady girlfriend.
Yeah.
I had 2 jobs, 2 cars. I was
Jesus Christ.
I had no idea what I was going to do in life, so I was just trying to do everything.
You were more successful
at
at 17 in high school than I am right now. Jesus fucking Christ.
I was just crushing life.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know what I was going to do, so I was just like,
I'm going to crush it
I left
way.
High school early to go to college. So I went to technically I was 18. Like I had just turned 18.
Well, we don't want to know about 18. We want to know about 17.
Yeah, 17 was 17. Right before that. So I was getting prepared to just go out and just grab the world by the nuts. You know? And look at me now, Mom.
Look at you now. He's still grabbing things by the nuts.
Yeah, it just might only be my own.
It might only be his own
nuts.
Or for a fee, you know. We can discuss. 17, I had literally on my 17th birthday, I graduated high school. And it was funny because I was planning on going to college. But if I had gone to college, I would have been 17 for an entire year. And I just thought that was terrifying. So I decided to take a year off, which turned into 5 years off. I went to 1 semester. Junior college. But this is episode 17, not about episode 22 and a half, Kyle. What the fuck, right?
Yeah, dude. What the fuck? I totally zoned out.
It's all right. You can zone out. Either way, so this is episode 17, and we are here for Kyle Moga Won't Shut Up, live, 9 o'clock every Tuesday. And joining me, as always, we have Mr. Justin Oldham-Pato.
Hello.
Mr. Zachary Storman. With the beer ready this week, good job. Yeah. Did you finish your
I'm
Asian
PBR
PBR?
At the same time.
You got what is this? It's a PBR that's got Japanese writing on it.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Yeah, no, we don't get it.
And on the bottom it says it's always been your beer. Now make it your can.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so I guess people are
they're designing. The can. That's kind of cool.
Okay, cool.
All right. Well, a lot you can do with the colors red, white, and blue. It says every flag by every country in the fucking world. Oh, jeez. Good for that guy. Good for that guy. And then also, tonight we have a special guest going to be joining us for the episode in the kind of the third after the second break. We're going to talk to him about one of his biggest passions in life, mammaries. Yeah. Mammaries. I referred to the opening theme song as an ode to mammaries. It's a nice in honor of you, Joey. Every week we were opening up to the people on Facebook what should we discuss, and every week you said some version of breasts, boobs, tits, And it was turkey or chicken on the breast.
It was turkey.
It was turkey.
Yeah, I mean, that is a good choice, man.
It's a good choice.
I had turkey for lunch.
I made a turkey sandwich for Alyssa for lunch and then ate just straight turkey because turkey's delicious.
You can't. If you're making yourself a turkey sandwich, there's no way you're not slapping a piece of that meat in your mouth.
Oh my gosh! When I'm making most things, there's no way I'm not slapping a piece of meat in my mouth. You know.
I feel you.
Oh, you feel me. All right, so Joey's here. We're going to be talking about his suggestion, boobs. And so this week we're not doing a suggestion from Facebook segment because we're just doing an in-person, this is what happens when you suggest something so many times. Yeah. We force you to be on our show. We capture you for an evening of
we're gonna
beverages.
Have to talk about college football.
Yeah. He's gonna come in and he's gonna have no idea. We don't know anything about college football. I don't know if you actually ever listen to the show, but there's one guy, Chris, who keeps suggesting we talk about college football and starts talking about very specific things, and I read them like a news reporter. Like I know what the fuck I'm saying.
A lot of like three letter
like NCAA and the ND quarterback and the red shirt rule and the red shirt rule again. We just realized
the CFB and the AFB and
we're like, what the fuck is all this? But on Facebook, I go, dude, great suggestion. We're gonna totally get into this. We're gonna talk long and hard about that. And I'm like, I don't know what it is.
He's not listening.
He's not listening, and that's kind of my favorite part about the Facebook suggestions is nobody's listening.
Yeah.
But the hope is if we make you a guest on the show, you'll listen, and then we'll have 2 viewers, and it'll be great.
Yes,
that'd be nice.
It would be nice.
Yeah.
Now we went to Alyssa and I this weekend. We went to see the Menzingers in Bethlehem.
Zing!
Yeah. And great show and everything, but the thing that I walked away from it the most is we were outside smoking. I was outside smoking. She was standing next to me, and there's everybody smoking cigarettes, and this dude with a vape modular box thing, one of those big giant cloud makers.
You can call him a douche.
Yeah, a douche. Well, he walked by with his robot penis
douche machine
in his hand, and he
a
douche machine.
Yes,
it's like Sean Connery douche machine.
You do not want to get that vape juice inside of one of your orifices.
No. I had it get in my mouth once. It's not good. It's not good.
No.
But this guy walked by. He walked through the crowd of people that were all smoking cigarettes, and he walked out the door where everybody was only smoking cigarettes. And he made like a cigarette smoke is so gross, and then went to go hit his vape and walked away. And I'm like, okay. To me, if you're vaping, and this was kind of Alyssa's original thought. She's like, if you're vaping, you probably smoked at some point, which means the smell really is not terrible to you. You just really want it. Or you're vaping at 0 nicotine and you've never smoked a day in your life.
Sure.
And it led me to this thought, and this is the thought that I had kind of for the rest of the night. There's nothing worse in the world than a person who vapes at 0 nicotine and has never been a smoker.
Well, the funny thing about that is I went to a vape shop when I was going to buy my setup the first time.
Yeah.
And it was on Crystal Street.
Okay.
Across from Trackside. Mm-hmm. And right as I walk in there, there's they had to be high school kids. They asked for a whole setup, 0 nicotine. Just went and bought it.
Can you buy that under 18, no nicotine?
No.
They might have been 17, but they were either way. They were young. They were younger kids. And one of the kids was like, "This is so cool," and I just wanted to fucking smack the whole unit out of his hand.
Oh my god!
Should have.
That's literally that really is a gateway because eventually you're gonna get tired of flavors and blowing giant clouds, and you're gonna be like, "Yo, let me try a cigarette."
Yeah,
it's gotta be addicted
to
something.
That's a gateway.
You know what it is? You know what I have noticed though, when I was vaping, if I wasn't smoking cigarettes, or even now, I'll notice at work, I'll dip because I'm a fucking redneck. Okay?
Yeah, you are.
I'll dip all day at work. I won't I won't smoke a cigarette when I get up. I won't.
Do you carry your own spit little thing with you?
No, I work outside. I spit wherever the fuck I want.
You are real redneck.
So say I'll dip all day at work, right? And I'll come home, and I'll smell cigarette in the house.
Sometimes it's overwhelming.
And I'll be like, oh my god! Even after 8 hours of not smoking, that smell really punches you in the face when you haven't been around it all day.
Yeah, when I walk in, I mean, my only real experience recently is walking into K's a month ago. Right. And K's is the only smoking bar really left in, I mean, besides the Analomic, it's the only smoking bar left around here.
Yep.
And when you walk in there, you're like, oh shit, I I didn't notice this back in the day. And I don't smoke inside at my house, so like, you know, I'm the one that smells when I walk in the house, and people have to deal with me smelling. But they, you know, no cigarettes, they got to deal with me smelling either way. I have terrible foot smell. Anybody else have terrible foot smell?
It's from being on your feet all day, dude.
It's from running around and being disgusting, and not bathing, I hear, is a big problem.
Yeah.
I mean, that'll definitely...
You know, I
might help.
I used to bad, but then I changed socks a lot.
Yeah.
Like, get home from work, take a shower, different socks.
Yeah.
Like, if I wear socks in the morning,
if I
I'm
take
going to
socks
go out at
off,
night, I
they don't
take
go
them
back.
off, and I put new socks on.
I don't like to put socks back on my feet once they've been off until it's like a week after I've done laundry. And I'm like, which ones are the least crusty? There was at one point when I was living on your couch here, and I went to work. I think I was going in, Justin was going into work at Floods, and I was working down at Yard of Ale. And I was getting dressed in the morning, which meant just putting on my work shirt because I was still in everything else, and then putting on my socks and my shoes. And the socks were solid when I put them on.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, it was so disgusting. And I'm at work, and it was busy, and I'm just sliding in my socks. Just like my sock. It was like I was wearing a shoe inside my shoe, and there was a layer of gel in between the two shoes. Yeah. Like I was wearing a water sock, and then I had gelatin, and then my shoe, and I was just sloshing all in there. It was gross.
That's hot.
Yeah.
It was gross. But yeah, I haven't bathed since then, so I don't know if that has anything to do with the foot smell.
I bathe 5 days a week now, usually. Yeah. Sometimes 6.
Summertime, I definitely up it. I really don't bathe that often.
I go like 3 times.
What's your all-time best?
My all-time longest without a shower?
Yeah.
Hay fork.
The whole time you were there?
No, I believe I went 4 weeks in Hayfork without a shower and no deodorant. Like I went straight au natural. Like after I was there for 2 weeks, I realized I'm the only one that's showering every day, and I smell like all fruity compared to all these people. And I'm like, well, I'll be less like irritated by the smell if I smell bad too, and then it's just everybody smelling bad. And then I realized that's what it is. It's if everybody smells the same way, it's fine. And then you get the natural pheromones and all that shit kicking in. So, you know, it works out.
Is that real?
Yeah, no, not for me. That? It didn't help me out in any way.
But did it turn you on? Smelling some stink-ass hippie chick with dreadlocks.
It's turning me on right now.
I mean, the thought of it, no, it didn't. No, the smell of something. But I went a month. I went a month without.
That's good. That's pretty good.
It's
I've also gone. I think 5 weeks.
5 weeks? Jeez.
It was winter though.
Okay, winter it's easier to go.
A little different.
Yeah.
Yes.
Joey, what's the longest you think you've ever
2
gone?
2 weeks maybe.
2 weeks maybe. Is that as an adult or as a kid?
Oh, I don't. Well, we're counting as kids because it's probably like a month and a half as a kid.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess a month and a half as a kid. Yeah, I think I went almost a half a summer without showering at all because I was just in the pool every day.
Oh, that's also
away
different.
With that, but that's different. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
My bathing
pool counts as bathing.
Yeah, it's
well, just going.
There's so many fucking
just going in natural springs because I was in a natural spring every other day in Hayfork. Like it was a natural because that's just
chlorine.
Yeah, so nothing, no cleaning chemicals touching my skin. No, just a lot of coconut oil or whatever that crap is. Coconut butter. I don't know, whatever that junk. You use it for everything. You can mix it with some fresh peppermint and it's toothpaste. You can put it on your zit. You can put it on your tit. You can put it on your lip. What? Lube. Yeah. Oh yeah, lube. Yeah. You can use it for that. Sure. Yeah. It's you can use it to rinse out your mouth and shit. It's crazy.
Put in your food.
It's crazy. All right. So I had I'd written a couple of things that I observed in this past week and or so in the world of pop culture and everything. So Pete Davidson, do you guys know who Pete Davidson is? Yeah. So he's engaged to Ariana Grande, right?
Yeah, I'm sick of hearing about the relationship on the news feed.
Pete Davidson can barely afford the groceries, apparently, in the $16 million apartment he shares with his fiancée, Ariana Grande.
I'm so upset.
Oh, my God. Well, at least he brings the looks, charisma, and talent to the relationship.
Apparently he's got a big dick, too.
She said he had a big old dick.
They apparently were in love from very far away, and I read in the article that said he could barely afford the groceries in their apartment. The interaction between the two of them that he described was kind of funny. She was like, he was like, "Thank you for letting me, stay here at your apartment." She goes, "Like, baby, we're getting married." He's like, "I know. Thank you for letting me stay here at your apartment." So he fully knows that he's lucking into something crazy there.
Yeah. He's there just for the dick.
Oh, wait, her dick? She's got a dick? Did you hear it here first? Is it Ariana Muy Grande?
I don't want to take credit for that one.
Oh, I might like her a little bit more now.
She's just in it for the dick.
Oh, she's just in it for the dick. Okay, well, hey.
I mean,
he's funny.
I don't know why. Why do I know him?
He's from Saturday Night Live, and he's been on roasts, and that's literally it.
Wait, who is it?
Pete Davidson. He's the tall, lanky, awkward kid from SNL the last couple of years. Yeah, I don't know.
All right.
Either way, so Paramount Pictures is releasing a remake of the Mel Gibson romantic comedy What Women Want.
Yep.
It's entitled What Men Want.
Yeah, I heard
and it's starring Taraji P. Henson as a woman who gains the power of hearing men's inner thoughts. Now, if only someone would finance my remake of Pretty Woman where it's a dude hooker and a rich old lady, but Jason Alexander's still there just to fuck the hooker on the side. I'm calling it Pretty Man. It's my name for it. Pretty Man.
Handsome Man?
Yeah.
Handsome Man. Yeah, handsome boy.
Handsome boy.
No, not boy.
Pretty boy? Could it be Pretty Boy?
Pretty boy.
Pretty boy. We get the kid from the wheelchair. Pretty boy. Pretty boy. All right. Johnny Depp's new Biggie Smalls investigation film, City of Lies, has been pulled from theatrical release in light of recent assault allegations against the movie star.
Against Johnny Depp?
Against Johnny Depp. It sucks.
Yeah, no
it's crazy.
shit.
It's really unfortunate.
He's a crazy fuck.
I know.
Yeah, he is,
Dude, it sucks. It really sucks that this didn't happen before Charlie and the
Did you hear about that
Chocolate
whole
Factory.
thing? What was one
Or,
of
Yeah,
his,
you're right.
It would have been way better if it happened
one
before
of
Charlie and
his
the Chocolate
wives or
Factory.
girlfriends? Who was it?
Amber Heard.
That said that he was late to her birthday party. This was back in the day. So,
Bitch.
So he claims
not her.
that she took a shit in their
Yeah.
bed.
Oh.
Yeah.
Been there.
And she just says it was the dog. We have a bunch of these little tiny fucking terrible dogs that shit everywhere because you're a crazy person. He goes, no, you shit in the bed on purpose for retaliation against me. And he's been living this lie. I don't want to say it's a lie. There's no proof either way.
Yeah.
But when you have a bunch of little
I
terrible
don't
dogs, yeah, the dog probably shit in the bed, Johnny.
Can't
But
you tell the
for
difference
20
between
years,
dog poop and
That's
lady
He
what I'm
won't let
saying,
this
dude.
go, dude.
It
20
depends.
years.
20 years?
She's like, it was
Is
dog.
it Winona Ryder?
Was it? I forget.
I really hope.
It's
I
not
really
Winona
hope
Ryder.
Winona Ryder, because I can see her shitting in a bed,
I could see her doing that too.
No, Winona
sure.
Ryder would. I would let Winona Ryder shit in my bed for
and
sure.
then she'd go steal new sheets.
Yes.
Yep.
All right, so rumors of a prequel to The Sandlot have been confirmed.
Did you ever watch the second one?
Yeah,
It's terrible,
Yeah, it's really
dude.
bad. They have a second and a third one with Squints and Benny the Jet, both original actors in it. They're not good.
bad,
Benny
dude.
and the
It's
At
not
least the
good.
second
Tim
one
Tebow's.
is bad.
It's not good. Well, the prequel is apparently the story of the legend of the Beast, aka Hercules. It's going to be the story that you get in the scene with the s'mores and the treehouse campout, like the story they tell there. So what we're going to get...
James yeah, but who's going to...
Well, what we're going to get is we're going to get to see Squints' grandfather. We're going to get to see a younger version, somebody else playing the James Earl Jones character.
Sure.
And the last glimpse of light from my childhood disappear into a pathetic void of nothingness.
So is it going to be Childish Gambino?
I really hoped he... Oh, my God. Just him being blind and
dude,
wise.
no.
I feel like Beethoven movies were enough.
Beethoven movies
I
are
don't.
so
Was he
good.
always blind though?
First two. James Earl Jones'
Yeah.
character? I'm assuming
I feel
not.
Like, I feel
James
like
Earl
he was a
Jones was
baseball
blind.
player.
Not the
Yeah,
not
I think
the
he was.
real life guy.
Yeah, right.
No. I
I'm pretty
assume
sure he was,
he was a sighted baseball player because
Yeah, okay.
I think he would have been lauded a little bit more if he was the first blind and black player to play with Babe Ruth.
Yeah.
It was like, yep, no, they forgot about me. Yep, no, I guess it wasn't that impressive back then for a blind colored fella to be playing the baseball with the Babe Ruth. No, yeah, that probably would have made a little bit more of a headline.
Right.
So who would you want to play that character?
Young James Earl Jones, Chiwetel Ejiofor.
What?
Go again?
Chiwetel Ejiofor.
Who's that?
He's an actor. He's I forget the movies that he's been in. 12 Years a Slave. He was in. He was the main guy.
Oh, okay,
12
okay,
Years a Slave.
yeah.
That
I'd
guy.
go with Chad Boswick.
Ooh, he plays everybody though.
That's
Do you
right,
realize that
exactly.
before he played Black Panther, he played both?
True. Yeah, that's a good point.
He played who? What's the first actual black baseball player?
James.
Yeah, 42.
Yeah,
What was it?
42. Jackie Robinson.
Jackie Robinson.
Jackie
Yeah.
You know
Robinson.
who I want to play it?
But
Really?
he played him and
that
Get
would
On
be a
Up.
good
He was
one.
Get On Up. Chadwick Boseman.
You know who I'd really like to see do it? Hayden Christensen.
Oh,
Yeah, I love
I
Hayden
think it'd be
Christensen.
really good. I think that'd be phenomenal. Ted Danson in blackface.
Yeah.
That might do it. No, all right,
Oh, God.
all right. So another movie news. Chris Pratt says that the firing of James Gunn from the third Guardians of the Galaxy film is not going to be an easy time. What does make it easier for him is being a beloved, gorgeous millionaire movie star who gets to fuck Arnold Schwarzenegger's daughter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah.
You know, he's super Christian.
He divorced his wife, who he was very super Christian with last year, and now is fucking Schwarzenegger's daughter.
But there's a connection. So they are part of this whole mega church thing.
Oh.
You know about the mega churches, right?
Yeah.
So there's
Mega
four
church.
They're the
huge
best
mega
ones.
churches.
They have the word
you know
mega
they all
in it.
connect?
Exactly.
I want a Mondo
You know
church.
who connects in all of them? Justin Bieber. Now look this up in Zach's conspiracy corner.
Wait, is Usher an usher at this church?
Usher's as far as I know, Usher's not a part.
Oh, okay.
But this involves Justin Bieber hangs out with these four pastors of these mega churches.
Right.
These guys that make crazy money. They wear Versace shirts to preach in. You know what I mean?
Joel
Like,
Osteen.
Jeez, yeah.
no,
My
like younger
Versace
than
for
that.
preaching.
Ooh, younger.
So these,
Ooh.
yeah. So that's who is who counseled Bieber and whatever that. Who was he with?
Selena Gomez.
Illuminati
Selena
shit,
Gomez.
man.
So it's also one of those guys is the guy who married Kanye and Kim.
Nice.
He also
Okay.
is close. Like they're all like close friends with Chris Pratt too. It's like this whole
Weird.
new pop culture Hollywood thing. You know,
Is it
Bieber,
their version
Kanye,
of
Chris Pratt.
Scientology? Are they trying to cash in on that?
What it is, it's Pentecostal Catholicism, which is super insanely archaic.
Yep.
Like gay people go to hell and shit like that. Like really old school
Right, okay.
beliefs. But they covered up with this. Oh, we're friends with celebrities. We wear designer clothes. We have streetwear. You know what I mean? It's like,
Right,
but when you really look at all right, what is this mega church about? Oh, it's about like going back to the dark ages where like people don't know anything. It's crazy.
So just the complete lack of information to the masses and just control what it's kind of like the game I was coming up with, The Offering, where you're just trying to keep them like everybody like suffering.
Like
Which
Justin
we still
Bieber
need
has
to
a
finish
face
that up,
tattoo,
dude.
right, of a cross, right,
Ugh.
right on his eyes. Like,
Except for every
face
person
tattoos
he's
are
ever
cool.
killed on a cross.
Yeah, but then they look at it and you're like, oh, face tattoos are cool. Justin Bieber's a cross. Oh yeah, what is like? And then you dig deeper into this shit that's like touching so many people that make our culture.
That's weird.
You know what I mean? Like whether
It
or
is
not you like
Illuminati
Kanye,
stuff.
like what they do,
Sure.
everyone knows about that shit, and it's
Yeah.
all tied in to this crazy, archaic, ancient
I definitely need to look into
Bible
that.
thumping wildness.
Well,
Look
it sounds for a good transition. That kind of sounds like a Twilight Zone episode almost. Like,
Yeah.
like
up.
that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'd
And
watch it.
speaking of that, CBS has announced plans to reboot The Twilight Zone.
All right.
When asked for a comment, the show's producer said, "Think Black Mirror, but shitty."
I take
do
it back.
we-
I don't want to watch that.
Now, to
Yeah,
take
but, I
back my
mean-
joke a little bit, Jordan Peele is a part of it. Like, so he is potentially going to be doing like an episode because it's going to be an anthological. It's going to be an anthology. And they're gonna have different writers and everything, kind of in the way that Black Mirror took the Twilight Zone. So basically, they're taking the genre back there. But yeah, Black Mirror, but shitty. I think it's on CBS. They do make some good things. They do make some bad things. Apparently, they have Spock coming to season 2 of Star Trek
Oh
Discovery.
my god, I'm so coming in my fucking trousers.
Yeah, I still have not watched it.
I
I gotta watch
in
it.
my Starfleet uniform, I've jizzed all inside of the pants.
Now,
of my
did you
Starfleet
jizz even
uniform.
more about the Patrick Stewart announcement when he
I did.
confirmed,
Oh
dude?
yeah, dude.
I'm
I
just-
had a dream about it.
Yeah,
then.
you had a dream about it.
I'm jizzing right now.
I love that he's coming back. That he basically got to put Xavier in the ground with Wolverine, and now he can go back to it and appreciate it.
Picard.
And he said maybe.
I'm with that.
If he did
it's
4
Picard's
seasons,
death-
if he was like, we're doing 4 seasons and I die,
Yeah,
Like-
that'd be cool.
like
He's got to be an
why
admiral.
not? Like
An
4
admiral at that point,
seasons
though.
and that's it. Well, that's the idea is that they could potentially have him out of the Starfleet altogether.
Ooh,
It's
so
been
like
20
retired?
years. He could be running his own private expeditions. He,
Or is
you
he
know,
the-
or is he just still being a captain because he never wanted to
I'm
stop
trying to
being a
think, where is
captain?
he at the
Yeah, I
end?
feel like he would want to go out
At
on
the
a
end
ship.
of Nemesis, is it the last movie?
Yeah.
The Hardy
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, like where is?
I think
and,
he's
like
still
chronologically
captain.
is that's after DS9 and Voyager, right?
Yeah, and Discovery takes place
Discovery is before all of that.
Yeah.
Discovery is like a decade before the original series.
Yeah, so that's why you're going to get a young Spock.
If you don't watch, well, because the main character of Discovery, her basically stepfather, is Spock's father.
Oh,
so she's basically Well, she's half her mother is Spock's mother.
Okay, so they're half siblings.
They're half siblings with Spock.
Okay, see, I didn't know that time. Do they establish that early on?
Yeah, they talk about it. Because she's the first human, full blood human to be raised by the Vulcans.
Do you think it's a good move to not have Zachary Quinto come back?
I was going to ask if Zachary Quinto was coming back.
That's a different timeline.
It is like the Kelvin timeline is done at this point.
Yeah.
Well, you heard that. What's his name?
Pratt. Hemsworth and Pine both pulled out.
Yeah.
And then so everybody else is pretty much done because one of the guys is already dead, so you got to go without him.
Yeah.
Right.
And then you have the biggest star, and I mean, you can do it without him, but I don't know. It's like Zoe Saldana's got her thing going with Guardians, potentially not knowing what's going to happen with her character. But
I think they should do with that timeline there.
You can't. Marvel. It doesn't matter. Her character's still going to be there at least through the next Infinity War.
Hemsworth's just like, I'm your father, and I'm a god now. This is really weird. This is some Eddie Murphy level shit here.
Yeah, reality stone. It's okay.
All right, so the last thing I had here is Drake is apparently trying to copyright the phrase "God's plan." He's trying to copyright it. Well, I don't fully agree with it, but Drake works in mysterious ways.
It is Drake's plan.
It is Drake's plan.
Yeah.
I mean, God's plan. It's God's plan.
Yeah, that's
God's
what I said.
So wait, Beyonce's the queen. Drake is God.
Yes.
Okay, I'm glad we established that. All right, so we're gonna jump into our first break here. When we come back, we're gonna be talking about swear words and explain what the fuck the title's all about. The song that we're gonna be cutting to is a song from a band I was a part of about 10 years ago. The lead singer passed away about 8 years ago, and his birthday's this upcoming week. So just kind of in honor of him, we're playing one of my favorite songs that they ever wrote. And it is called Illusion. It's by My Steady Backfire. If you like it, good luck trying to find it anywhere. MySpace isn't working anymore, so you gotta find me, I guess. All right, so we will be back in a couple of minutes. Be like, give me that fucking song, man.
Beat him up, and it'll fall out of him like a coin.
I shit it out of my ass like a coin.
I've seen it happen.
You know how you shit coins all the time?
Yeah, like come on, motherfucking Mario Brothers and shit.
No fucking Mario.
It's Super Mario.
Yeah,
it's a me.
All right, enjoy the sounds of 2006 Screamo of East Stroudsburg. We'll see you in a couple of minutes for some fucking curse words. God damn it.
Fuck yeah.
Bye.
Later.
Oh man, I wish we were doing race.
speaking of Kyle, Mocha won't shut up. Do I got to do that again?
Yeah.
Hey, we're back. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yes,
We're having all
welcome
sorts
to
of
the
fun.
Yell over it!
Welcome.
That's
the
really
best
weird,
way to
dude.
fix anything
Where
ever.
the fuck did
Actually,
that come from?
they didn't hear any of that.
They
so.
didn't hear any of that, so it's just us
Just
screaming.
yeah.
Good.
Good,
All
let's not speak of it
All
again.
right. So hey, welcome back. That was totally how we just came.
I really
right
like
now.
the end of that song where it sounds like it's us talking.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's really funny. It's weird how they did that 12 years ago.
Yeah, before I met any of you guys.
Yeah, before you could, fucking grow facial hair even.
Yeah.
Probably.
I definitely had vision 12 years ago.
I did.
Oh yeah, I did too.
I had a little bit of a
Okay,
mustache.
A little bit of a mustache. Was it a
Yep.
dirt stash?
It
Shave
was.
it off. Dirt stash.
It was.
It's gotta stop. Dirt stash.
That's how old we
Just
are.
wait 5 years. It's not a
A
mustache.
decade
it's
ago,
not
we
a
all
beard.
still had beards.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
A
That's
decade
true.
ago, I was 21. I still couldn't grow a beard.
Yeah. You couldn't? Well, it's coming in
Let's
nicely
have
now.
Italian genes. You know, it comes late.
Yeah.
It comes late.
My brother's got the best beard I've ever seen.
Yeah, but you also get to keep most of your hair for most of your life.
That's true.
Yeah,
I do have the best hair in my family.
I was brushing my hair the other day and I was looking and I was like, oh god, there's still 3 or 4 hairs right here in this one spot, and I'm like, fucking sucks. 'Cause I saw a
Kyle, I'll be
picture.
honest with you.
Yeah.
It's
It's going.
It's going.
Oh, it's going. I know
It's
it's
going.
going.
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
I know. It's
And unfortunately,
I'm clinging
it's
to
going
it.
from the
Back,
you're getting
middle.
yeah.
I already
See,
know I got a
me,
spot.
Getting the donut?
I got a spot here.
Mine is
in the
just
back.
receding.
And then I got the
So
front
I
receding.
can keep this.
Well, I can look
keep
at my
this lie
dad.
going for a while.
Yeah, I can look at my dad and know exactly how my hair is going to look,
Yeah.
and my brother's got very similar hair to that as well. So yeah, I'm dealing with it. The long hair is going to stay for as long as it can, and then it's gonna. I don't know. Maybe I'll do the floating beard for a while. Floating beard could be a good look.
What's the floating beard?
I just shave the head and pick it and just have a beard.
Yeah.
You should. My friend does that. It
Yeah.
looks pretty good.
I wear a hat anyway all the time. It doesn't really matter.
He's also got
Yeah.
like a piece of weight right here.
I mean, I did it.
Yeah, you did it. Yeah.
Ask Mark what it's
It
like to be bald.
I have,
I make fun
but
of
I was
him all
usually
day
really
long.
drunk when I asked him about it. All right, so the episode title this week is a great word. The word is muckspout.
Muckspout.
Muckspout. I was looking up the history of profanity and different words that have been used throughout history.
Okay.
And I got really deep into it, into a wiki hole. And that was one of my favorite words I found, and it just means one who swears too much.
Okay. Muckspout.
Muckspout. So I'm a muckspout. You're a muckspout.
Yeah.
You're all fucking muckspouts.
You
Everyone.
fucking
go fuck yourself,
muckspout.
man.
I wish.
Muckspout.
Hold on. We need to put a picture of my shirt up on the thing right now.
That is a muckspout of a shirt right there.
It's very
Yeah.
true.
Now, what I first wanted to kind of do is, while I'm taking a picture of Zach's wonderful shirt, there we go. What I first wanted to do was just talk about swearing personally, and
Okay.
when you remember starting to swear, when you got what your favorite words to say when you first started cursing, just the history of your personal background in it. Justin, do you remember, or since it's going to take you longer to remember back that far, do you want us to leave you for last?
No, I'm good.
You're good? Your
Yeah.
memory's okay?
Yeah.
He's still sharp as a tack at
A little
78.
bit. A little bit, dude.
All right. But no, what do you remember? Your parents, do they swear around you?
Not really.
No?
Well, my dad did. My mom didn't. My mom's very church-going type of,
Okay.
So I will say that I got both sides of it, so I knew when to, I know when to hold cursing around certain
And you know
people
when to
and
fold
whatnot.
cursing?
Yeah, exactly.
You know when to hold it? You know when to fold it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
No one to hold him. No one to fold him.
Now,
Do you remember the first time? When did you start? Did you ever noticeably start swearing more? Was it influenced
Working in a
around
kitchen,
people?
dude.
Working in a kitchen?
yeah, 100%.
See, I think for me, it became more prevalent when I was in junior high, sixth, seventh
Oh,
grade.
yeah, I guess so.
Like,
I guess you're right.
In
Just
that
hang
way,
out with friends.
yeah, that's when you start hearing words from people who are a little bit older than you, have older friends who have learned shitty things. And I grew up in a religious household as well, so I wasn't really allowed to swear. I remember I called my sister Kim an asshole once, really dramatically, really loud. I was like, "All right, you asshole!" and physically had a bar of soap in my mouth 30 seconds later because my parents are old-fashioned like that. So I remember doing that, but I don't think I wasn't probably like I was probably like 18 before I was like I'm just gonna I can fucking say fuck whenever I fucking want. Okay, and it just became a thing like. The freedom, knowing that I had grown up with such like restraints on it, to all of a sudden it's like a kid going to college and being able to eat candy and fucking Wawa hoagies all day long and gains 40 fucking pounds. I was like, oh shit, I can spend all I want on swear words and nobody fucking cares.
Exactly.
Joey, what was your like favorite swear word growing up? Do you think? What was the one that you said the most?
Oof, that's probably fuck.
Fuck.
I like fuck.
Yeah. Were there any creative, weird ones that you developed on your own?
I don't think so. But the first time I ever called someone a cocksucker, I was 11 years old. I didn't know I didn't know what it meant.
Ooh.
I called my brother a cocksucker.
What was the situation? Who were you around?
I was around my brother, his friend, and that's it.
That's it? How old is your brother at this point?
13.
So he's older than you.
Yeah.
Does he know what a cocksucker is? Nice.
I was like, you're such a cocksucker. And he was like, what? It's like, what? I heard you say it.
Yeah, I heard you say it. I remember I was probably like 12 or 13, and I was working at the Shawnee Playhouse. I was doing a play for the summer, and as you would expect in a household or a house of theater, there are some homosexuals that you wind up becoming real good friends with because they're just all a bunch of fucking hilarious dudes. And I always heard them say fag all the time, but they would just say it to each other. So then one day, I think I'm 12 years old, and the one guy was just kind of whining about something, and I just went, oh, stop being such a fag, and I walked away, and they all just got, like, so shocked / like, approved. They were just like, wow, like, 12-year-old little, like, goody two-shoes kid just broke that out, and it was to somebody that was just like, I could tell he was the annoying person in the whole entire, like, staff of actors on the play. And that was the first time I remember getting approval from adults for saying it. And I went, oh, sometimes it can be funny. But then if I was outside of that and I try to drop the F-bomb, as you will, it didn't always hit as well. And I realized, okay, you got to know the room. You got to know your audience. A room full of gay dudes, a little 12-year-old saying fag is funny to them because they're like, oh, my God, we taught you that. Yes. And that was it. Oh, yeah, it was great. What's your personal history? What do you think?
Just you gotta put the picture of me while I go through my history of swearing.
Alright, well.
We're going to be putting a picture up, so if you're lucky to be watching this on YouTube,
I swear,
still waiting
I swear like a fucking, like a trucker fucked a welder, and then that kid that popped out became a sailor.
Yeah.
Since I was a little kid, man, just
that's
like...
your voice? Or that's your language?
That's how I swear. Like, my parents always told the story, like, my dad was hammering something, like, and I was real little, like, I had, like, the play school hammer set. I don't even remember this, they just tell me the story, so maybe I was, like, 2, 3.
Okay.
And then my dad, I guess, hit his finger, and he freaked out. You met my dad, he swears like a fucking trucker, too.
Yeah.
So, my parents said I had the play school hammer, and every time I hit the nail with him, I went, fuck, 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 fuck. And they're like, what are you saying? I'm like, fuck. And then they realized that is because my dad's hit his finger with the hammer. So I must have been 2 years old when I started saying fuck. And like my mama tried for like a little bit.
Mama tried.
But after a while, like I remember there's like video of like it's like my it's like the first huge birthday party I ever had. Like first grade or something. Okay. Just like the house was full of people. And I'm fucking screaming at somebody and I go, oh, Jesus Christ!
You're like 5 years old?
Yeah, I'm like 5 or whatever. And like, now I don't say cunt in front of my mom. That's pretty much, like, I will fucking swear as much as I want. The other day, my mom like works out, has like weight. She's always like, she's a health conscious lady. She had like these like hand squeezer things and me and my brother fucking with him. I'm like, Jesus Christ, Ma, you could fucking scrape the skin right off a cock with these, huh? Like, referring to my own mother's muscles as being able to scrape the fucking skin right off a
And
cock.
Her response was?
Her response was, can you pass me the sweet potatoes?
That's a good
That's just
mom
like
response.
the dinner table, like, we grew up, like, I remember when Limp Bizkit first came out, you know, Limp Bizkit swore a lot.
Yeah.
I remember listening to that shit, and my dad loved it.
Bit.
He was like, yeah, this is awesome. I was like, oh, yeah, cool. I'm like 12. I'm like, yeah. He's like, let's show your mom. And he fucking gets a boombox out and plays Hot Dog by Limp Bizkit, which that song says fuck like 52 times. And like that was like the big one. And like my mom heard that shit. She's like, well, he's right. Fuck's just a word. And at that point, it was fair game to say whatever. When my mom looked at me, when I pissed her off, and she would say shit like,
it's a curse word for a reason.
I was getting on the bus, 2nd grade. I was being a little fucking shit. I was being a brat.
Yeah.
And I was just fucking driving her out. She looks at me, she goes, why don't you eat shit and die and get on the fucking bus? I was just like, oh my God. And then everyone knows that that dinner table in my family's house is just fair game. Yeah. Talk about whatever kind of... Yep. You want to talk about putting bowling pins in people's asses? You fucking bring it up. It's cool with all that shit.
Do you have... I mean, Joey already said no to this, but do either of you have any, like... have you ever had, like, a term that, like, you coined or you were, like, a part of your, like, your group or your friends or anything like that you came up with that was, like, a slang swear term to, like... You know how kids, like, instead of saying penis, they started saying, like, in my school, they would say... your pencil, and anytime someone would go, do you have a spare pencil? Everyone just go, because penis and pencil meant the same thing when I was...
Pen 15 Club.
Yeah. Oh, God. Anything like that? Did you ever have anything like that? Any secret swear words?
No, we didn't keep secret.
No, you just swore.
Me and my dad used to play this game in church where we would say...
How loud can we say fuck?
How loud can we say dickhead? As, like, sound like a bird. Like, dickhead! Dickhead! I remember like we were getting like family portraits done, and me and my dad in the back just going, dickhead! Dickhead!
Now, did you take advantage of when the people were singing hymns and stuff, and just like be able to shout dickhead then? Like, glory, 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 dickhead! Lord God, dickhead, all mine!
It was a game between me. It took my mom a while to catch. She's like, what the fuck are these idiots doing? I'm serious. We're saying dickhead in church. That's why she always made us sit in the very last pew. All the way in the back.
See, we had a pew for our whole family because there was 48 of us. So we had an entire pew that was just designated as ours every week. And I don't know if it was actually designated or if my mom was just so anal retentive and OCD about it that she
nobody's
made
gonna take your... Dude, if there's one thing, like growing up going to church... Everyone had the same seat. I sat in the same.
There were a couple of rows that were for guests. It's like these are the rows nobody. The middle 3 pretty much. Because some people want to be in the back so they can get out early. Some people want to be up front so they get the credit.
Some people get forced to be in the back because their family is bad.
You get 2 gold stars. You were in the first row this week. Congratulations,
but no, there was always those, this is that family, this is that, this is like...
Yeah. Well, I knew exactly where to look.
I never saw what the other side of the church even looked like. Yeah. Because I sat in the same fucking... Even now, like,
when we go there for... if we go there for a Christmas Eve service, I will walk in and I will sit literally right in the same spot. If I sit on the other side, I'm like, this is weird. I don't like this. When I go to concerts, I still sit on the same side I went to church on. Like, I sit to the, what would be stage left. I'm like, I have to be on that side of it and kind of close, but, you know,
Did you ever have someone sit in your seat at church?
Yeah, we, a couple of times, and it was just like another family that came and they didn't know, and my mom...
They didn't know that was
They didn't know, so we would just take the row behind them. Like, I think it was known if our row is taken, you better not take the next row, because then you're just going to have mochas spread out around the entire fucking thing.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. I remember it was always a treat when I'd be like, when I was like 10, I could be like, Mom, can I go sit with... I had a buddy named John. I'd be like, can I go sit with John and his family? And then they'd be like, okay, yeah, you can go do that. I'd be like, sweet, sweet, sweet. And I go over there, and we would just sit there in silence, but it wasn't next to my entire family, so it was cool. And we got really good at playing, you know that game MASH, where mansion, apartment, shack, house, and then you go, like, your top 5.
God, I haven't played that in a long time.
So we literally played that. Probably.
I have no idea what the fuck that is.
So basically,
you predict your future.
Pick your, like, it's a fortune-telling kids teenage to under teenage.
I did it like a month ago at Floods.
Yeah. It's a fun game to play.
Right.
So you pick, like, what your dream car would be. You pick what your dream job would be. But you give, like, 4 or 5 options for each thing. And then you pick a random number, and then you go, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Say you pick 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You cross out the 7th one, and you just do that, and you just keep doing that until there's only 1 in each category left. And then that's your fortune, right?
See, when we did it, we made a swirl, and then you said stop, and you counted the number of lines in the swirl.
Okay, yeah, we would just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I think we would just go like that. Like you didn't really get to pick; it would be stop. Yeah. So you just take the pencil, your penis, and you just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Wait! You touch your dick in the church?
No, church. I've touched my dick in church.
Hey.
All right.
I mean, I think I have. I mean, I've been to the bathroom in church. So
at least nobody else is touching your dick in church. That's a thing.
Yeah, I don't think anybody else.
Especially in Pennsylvania, that's the thing. Oh my god.
That is topical stuff here. All right, so in the vein of swear words, I started, like I said, looking into the history of cursing. Most swear words are German in their root.
Goddamn right they are.
Sounds about right. The Latin are generally the more proper terms for things, and then the German are more widely adopted by other cultures, and they just sound angrier. So like fuck, like shit like that, like like scheisse, like that just sounds better to say scheisse half the time. I like to say scheisse or shite instead of shit.
I say shite a lot.
Yeah, shite. That's from Barry.
You're around enough Irish people all the time. Fucking gobshites.
So what I came up with is I found a list, and I picked 6 words out of the list, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to read the word to you, and then I'm going to give you 2 possible options for the definition of the word, and just pick, just say which one you think it is. Okay. These are all real words from history that are no longer used. Maybe we can bring some of them back.
Let's bring them back.
Yeah, let's bring them back. There's a couple that I really want to bring back. So we're going to start with number 1. Number 1 is beard splitter. Beard splitter.
You beard splitter?
You beard splitter.
Sounds dirty.
Yeah, it sounds dirty. So is it A, a Civil War era term for a homosexual in the army?
Oh.
Or is it B, a Victorian era word meaning penis? Beard splitter.
My vote is for A.
You think it's A? You think it's a homosexual in the army during the Civil War?
Yes.
Okay, why do you think it's that, based on the words?
Yes, that's it.
Yes. Because the penis would go between the beard, right? That's your immediate thought. That's your immediate...
Exactly.
Is that not...
See, that's my immediate thought, so that's why I'm going to pick B.
Okay.
Because that one is too...
On the nose?
Yeah, it's too on the beard.
Too on the beard.
But if it's a penis,
that's my nuts.
But if it's a penis, then what is it split? Is it? Are they talking about your pubes hanging out and it splits your beard, your pube beard, your beard pubes? I don't know. All right, Justin, what do you think it is?
I'm gonna say the second one.
Second one. All right, it is a Victorian era word for penis. That's what it is.
Beard splitter.
Beard splitter.
Check out this beard
splitter.
Oh, you know what? Here. Because it's coming through your pubes.
It is. Yeah, it's split. Well, then I thought maybe it was because it's splitting the pubes of a lady, and it's splitting her beard.
Maybe I think it's maybe just because it's splitting your dick beard.
Yeah, your dick beard. All right, dick beard, another good one. Number 2, bescumber. Bescumber.
I've heard this word before.
All right, bescumber.
Bescumber.
It's weird. Any thoughts of what it means just right off the bat? Anybody have
it's when you jerk off on biscuits.
Okay.
And feed them to your house guests.
I like that.
Especially if your house gets your in-law.
Is it that? Ooh. All right. Is it either A, an early 20th century word meaning to spray poo upon, or B, B, an Elizabethan era word for prostitutes? Bescumber.
I'm going with A again.
A?
I'm going with A too. It sounds like a boobs shooter.
It is A.
Yes.
To spray poo upon, right?
I'm going to go Bescumber all over you.
I'm going to go Bescumber that crowd over there.
Yeah. I bescumbered all of my underwear today at work.
I bescumbered the back of a toilet.
I like watching porn where people bescumber on each other.
Not the bowl, the back of it. I missed. All right. Number 3. Fopdoodle.
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 Is this when you're masturbating with a spaghetti noodle?
Masturbating with a spaghetti noodle?
Like you just like two spaghetti one? No, spaghetti.
Oh.
Two spaghetti noodles.
An uncooked one, and you stick it in your urethra.
All right. Oh, that's a fopdoodle. I like that. You're so far off yet so close. All right. Is it A, fopdoodle? Is it a dumbass? Or is it an exclamation of joy? Fop doodle.
Oh, fop doodle! I forgot my welfare check.
I wanted to be dumbass, but I'm going with the joy.
You're going with joy? What do you think it is? Oh, God. Dumbass or joy?
I'm just going to pick the opposite. I'm going to say it's joy.
Wait, you said joy.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, I think it's dumbass.
No, whatever. What did you say?
He said joy.
I said I wanted to be dumbass, but I'm going with joy.
Oh, yeah. Well then I'm going to say it's dumbass.
All right.
Yeah, I think it's dumbass.
It is a dumbass.
Woo-hoo!
It is a dumbass.
Haven't got one wrong
Joey,
yet.
you fop doodle.
You fop doodle.
Way to fop doodle that.
You know what? It's my own fault. You could have switched shit and I didn't even know.
Yeah.
I'm going to go fap with some noodles.
A couple of fop doodles. A couple fop doodles.
He jerked off in my noodles and he discumbered in the fucking pot.
All right, this one, I'm taking a leap at the pronunciation. I could not find anywhere that would explain the pronunciation to me, so just reading it as I see it. Gamahuche. Gamahuche. Is it a Victorian-era word for oral sex, or an American Southern name for a booze thief?
A booze thief?
Yeah, a booze
you
thief.
Gamahoochie.
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 Yeah, could be Gamahooch. Could be Gamahookie.
Gamahookie.
Could be Gamahooch.
I'm saying it's that one, the southern thing.
The southern thing?
The southern thing.
I'm going with the southern thing.
Southern.
I say Victorian.
It is a Victorian-era word for oral
change it to
sex.
Victorian.
Change to Victorian.
For what? What does it mean?
Oral sex. Gamahooche.
Gamahooche. That is pronounced different. It's got to be like...
But I think maybe that's where hoochie comes from.
Maybe.
Hoochie.
Yeah, probably.
She's a hoochie.
See, that's
she
why I went southern, like the hoochie coochie.
Yeah, give them the old hoochie coochie. All right, this one I have to read about 3 times before I pronounce it. It is my favorite word I think I've ever come across, and then I came across it.
Yes.
The word number 5, arf, arf, and arf.
Arf, arf, and arf.
Arf, arf, and arf. A-R-F, A-R-F, A-N, apostrophe, A-R-F. Arf, arf, and arf.
Right off the bat,
yeah,
that's when you put peanut butter in your dick.
Yeah,
and you have the dog lick it off.
Okay, arf, and arf.
I was gonna say the same thing, but with testicles.
With your testicles.
Yeah,
all right,
okay.
Justin, any guesses what an arf, arf,
butthole, Justin butthole. The dick balls butthole.
The whole shebang.
All right, so is it a British term for a drunkard, or is it a British Industrial Revolution word for the mentally underdeveloped?
Damn, you had to go with both things for the British, because it's definitely a British word.
Is the first British one modern British?
British term for a drunkard.
Like a modern British term, or a
unspecified British term for a drunkard.
I'm saying it's a
and the other one is a British Industrial Revolution word
with B
for the mentally
underdeveloped. Oh my god! Oh my god! That's either. Oh, that's either
that's
way.
So
it's shitty.
That's super
either way, it's a
up,
terrible thing.
Well, I was trying to think of it like talking in a British accent, and I can't do it. I keep doing Irish, so I can't do it British. If Michael Caine would say, he'd be like, "This is off and off. Look at this off and off over here. I want to hit you over the bloody head, you off and off."
When you say it like that, it's for sure B.
For sure B. It is a British term for a drunkard.
We were all wrong.
Fucked up people.
I think it might be like half and half.
Yeah.
Like an off and off, off and off. And just be like drinking half of everything. I don't know, maybe something. Okay, puking, arf.
It's just a word they say.
So now you are all just terrible for falling for my mentally underdeveloped thing. And Joey, thank God this isn't a visual podcast for the symbol that you did in the middle of it. Don't lick your ear. Okay, number 6.
God.
The final one. That he was the one doing it. I was telling him to stop doing it.
This is the final.
The final countdown.
What's the score? I'm at 3-2. 3 right, 2 wrong.
I got 2 right.
2 right.
I don't remember.
Justin's out of the fucking game.
All right.
I think Justin got them all right.
Justin's a fucking
I didn't get the last one right.
Oh no, yeah, he got the.
So everything up to that.
He's 4-1.
All right.
4-1.
Yeah.
Yeah, you bet you are.
All right, number 6 is Rantalion. Rantalllion. Or Rantalion.
Rantalion?
Rantalion.
That sounds if I hit an Italian person with my car
and
I left the scene of the crime.
He Rantalion.
He Rantalion on this guy.
He Rantalion on him. He Rantalion. Joey, any guesses? Anything that's not demeaning to your peoples?
No. Everything is demeaning to my people.
Yes, it is. All right.
I mean, we jerked off in spaghetti. We're Italians with cars.
We are. All right. Other Italian, anything that you think it might be?
Nah, man.
Maybe you like someone who fucks a cannoli?
Someone who fucks a cannoli. I like that
you
one.
come in the cannoli and then you sell it?
Yeah.
But you have to fuck the cannoli first.
It has to earn it.
Yeah.
You need the big cannolis then.
Do you have any more of those? Give me 15 to 25 minutes.
13 seconds.
13 seconds. Well, once it's 15 to 20 minutes from now, it'll be 13 seconds. Right. So, Rantalion. Is it one who exposes their abnormally shaped genitalia to passers-by?
Yes.
Or one whose scrotum is longer than his penis?
That's not normal?
I'm both of these.
Either way.
I'm a Rantalion.
Yes.
One of these I'm a Rantalion.
I am a Rantalion. Not to necessarily passers-by, but to, in unfortunate situations. Yeah, I'm a Rantalion.
Quote unquote unfortunate.
Quote unquote unfortunate for them.
I'm saying it's B.
You think it's B?
My nuts are way bigger than my dick.
I'm going to go with A.
So Zach thinks it's scrotum longer than penis, and
yeah, I think it's A as well.
Joey and Justin both are going with one who exposes their abnormally shaped genitalia to passers-by. It is Rantalion, one whose scrotum is longer than his penis. We're all a bunch of Rantalions.
So isn't that like normal stuff?
I think that's pretty normal.
I'm
fairly normal.
I'm definitely a Rantalion.
Depending on it wouldn't be hanging if it was hard. So I'm a Rantalion. I don't know why that's such a bad thing.
I'm getting T-shirts. I'm getting a chest piece tattoo that says Rantalion.
Now there are a couple other ones that I really like that I didn't put in there. The one, let's see if you can just translate it from the words. It's Spanish. Cacafuego.
Hot dick.
No.
The hot poop.
No. Fuego is not hot. Fuego is
fire dick.
Fire.
Gonorrhea.
Fire poop.
Yes, think of another word. It is shit fire. It means shit fire. It's a Spanish in origin, means braggart. It was the nickname of a ship captured by the pirate Sir Francis Drake, who's presumably the braggart that referenced
Francis
the word
Drake,
there.
famous pirate.
Francis Drake.
Great rap name.
Great.
There's anybody out there who's looking for a new rap name? You heard it from me. You can have that one, Francis Drake.
But you have to be in a wheelchair first.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of in a wheelchair first.
You have to steal my bicycle.
Oh, speaking of all those things, another word I really liked was scobber.
Pee Wee Herman, not other.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Oh,
Scobberlotcher.
Scobberlotcher. Scobberlotcher. We all know one of these.
Is that an old man who eats too many Werther's originals?
No, it is
and
one.
Sucks your dick while his mouth is full of the hard cap.
Yes, that's what it is. Scobberlotcher. Yeah.
So,
it is one who never works hard, so it's definitely not that.
Scobberlotcher.
Yeah.
I got a couple Scobberlotchers in my life.
Yeah. Now, another word I thought stood out is mumble crust.
Nice.
Ooh.
Because it's just a cool word, mumble crust. It seems like that should be a genre of music. Like
yes.
mumblecore.
Yeah. Mumble rap and crust punk.
Yeah,
yes, that's what yes.
Let's
create that.
Now, the theme for it should go with the definition of this. The definition of a mumble crust is a medieval word referring to a toothless beggar from a medieval theater comedy. So a toothless beggar outside of a comedy show.
That would be actually pretty perfect.
It's a mumble crust.
It's very specific.
Very specific.
And I like it.
This other one just says mosquito buggerer, and it says it's exactly what it sounds like.
Mosquito bugger?
Yeah.
Someone who bugs
you know that mosquito song? There's a skeeter on my Peter, whack it off. There's a skeeter on my Peter, whack it off.
No, Zach, you're playing our break song too early.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, jeez. All right. Well, that's pretty much everything I had for the swear words. We're going to jump to our next break. A little unconventional of a break. Again, we're going to show something by my buddy Dave. He made these really dumb videos on YouTube. He filmed them all, backstory, he filmed them all in Perkins. in the back room of Perkins, where it's a little bit more fancy, and it just kind of looks like a nothing. You know, like it could be like a nice office, it could be a nice house. Like it's just like a plain, weird, and like brightly colored thing. So he thought it worked there. Also, we were just there all the time. So here's some dumb The More You Know PSA videos that he decided to make that we're going to play for our break, and then we're going to come back and talk to Mr. Joey Yendrick over here about one of his favorite topics in the world, breastises.
Boobies.
Yeah.
All right, so bear with us with this. Hopefully it's all smooth, and we'll see you in a couple minutes. Bye!
If you're ever in a restaurant or in the privacy of your own home, and you feel the need to go to the bathroom, think about it. Just wait. See how long it takes the last person that went in there to come out. If they've been in there for an extended period of time, you know it's time for you to go. Because let's face it, nobody likes a cold toilet seat. Not even me. If you're ever in a ladies, if you're ever at the mall or out for a stroll and you're with one of your guy friends and you find yourself 10 or 15 steps ahead of them, stop, slow down, take a breath. Nobody likes fast women. If you're ever out at a bar with a friend and he's gradually getting intoxicated, and maybe after that reaches an ungodly state of mental impairment, don't judge. Relax. Let him have a good time. Let him have his fun. You could drink. You could have some fun too. You chose not to. You have money. Don't take it out on him. If he wants to wander out in the middle of traffic for a good laugh, step back. Joy is happiness. Don't hate. God! Oh, and drink responsibly. Have you ever come across problems with your computer, or needed to speak to somebody concerning a specific account? Have you ever had to call customer service and something like this happens?
Hi, I have a question about my computer. What?
Stop! Don't get angry. Simply ask the representative if you could speak to somebody who is fluent in the English language. It's okay. It's not your fault, nor theirs. It's better than going to the extreme.
Hello? Immigration?
Christmas is the time to celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ. Birthdays are the time to celebrate the birth of your children. These are not to be confused with each other when it comes to giving your child a gift. If your child's birthday lands within a week or so of December 25th, do not use this as an excuse to save money. This is Jimmy. His birthday is December 23rd. His parents are cheap and thoughtless, and combine Christmas with his birthday. It's not Jimmy's fault that his mother's water broke, just falling short of Christmas Day.
I want to kill myself.
So parents, please, don't take advantage of your child's birthday just to save a few dollars. Remember, these are the children that end up growing up and robbing you. Happy holidays.
Okay, we're back.
Yeah.
Thank you for sticking through that. So we have Mr. Joey Yendrick here with us today. A little personal history between Joey and I. We met, I don't know, like 5 years ago, I want to say it is at this point. 4 years ago.
4 years ago.
4 years ago. It was at Jock and Jill's, and it was beer pong night. And you were wearing a Casey Jones, or what is it? What was it?
The Mighty Ducks and the Casey Jones mashed together.
Yeah.
Okay.
With
the
like,
Mighty Jones.
The Mighty Jones, yeah. And it was, it's part Ninja Turtles theme and part Mighty Ducks theme. And I just went up to you and started talking to you about how great your shirt was. And then about a year and a half, 2 years later, we meet again, as fate would have it. And
wonderful fate.
Wonderful, wonderful fate. And since then, we see each other, we're kind of, I would say you're a drinking buddy, you're one of my drinking buddies. It's one of those words that you go, oh, that's so weird when someone's like, they have a drinking buddy. Like, what does that mean? It's just somebody that, you go to get a drink and you might run into them.
You drink together.
We drink together. Now, one of my favorite memories of us drinking together is, I believe it's from like a week or so before the bar crawl for the snow day.
Yes.
Melanie, our friend Melanie,
big-breasted,
which is the reason that Joey generally recommends talking about breasts all the time.
Wait, which Melanie is it?
Melanie from
Melanie
with the big boobs,
with the big personality.
Yeah, with the great big tracts of land.
Melanie?
Yes.
Oh, God, she'll never hear this because she doesn't like me. Because I was at a party once and she was there and there was a kid there. I was like, that girl? I was like, nope. I was like, go up to her and call her Smelanie. And she walks up to her and goes, sup, Smelanie? And she just looks directly past everyone in the party, laser locks at me, and just like, I know you did this.
Yeah.
Gives you 1,000-yard stare.
Now she was,
she knew.
She was bartending at the Warrior this day, I believe,
yes,
right?
It's a Sunday morning.
It was a Sunday morning. Yeah, it was Sunday fun day. We're all hanging out. It's me, you, I think John was there, maybe, clapping.
I think he left before any of the fun stuff happened.
Yeah, maybe before the fun stuff. So I decide that I come up with this brilliant idea for a beverage and a way to drink it that I'm calling the water funnel.
It's a way to drink while having entertainment.
It's a way to drink and have entertainment all at once. I'm sorry, that lighter is...
It's right there.
I don't know. We just try to throw lighters to each other across the room. It doesn't work. I don't know what I did with Zach's lighter. So
this
we...
Lighter, but... All right, thanks.
What was that?
I said this is your lighter, but thank you.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. Where were we? What were we saying?
We didn't start the water funnel yet.
The water funnel. Yeah. So I came up with the idea for the water funnel. The water funnel was Melanie makes a martini of her choice.
Okay.
And I get a martini glass, an empty martini glass, and a straw. I put the straw at the bottom of the martini glass, and as she pours the martini, I start to drink it. And I drink the entire martini as she pours it. And Joey was a doubting Thomas, saying there's no way that you're ever going to be able to do that, like keep up with the pace of it and everything. Through like the size of the straw and everything. Like we went over for a little bit. And I was like, no, I think I can do it. And Melanie definitely helped with her pace of pouring it, but she never stopped pouring throughout the whole thing. Now, the beverage she made, do you remember the name that she called it?
No.
It was a beverage. It was called Just Enough to Make It Pink.
Yes.
Just enough to make it pink. It was vodka martini, which is a little bit of cranberry, so it's more or less was a Cosmo. So she poured that, and then I just straight chugged it, and it burned. It wasn't great. It was a good beverage, but not a good way. I would not recommend anybody consuming alcohol that way.
I would.
Yeah,
that's the only way I would recommend it.
Is that the only way you drink?
Yeah,
either that or do that out of the tap. Now you're like, pour it into the pint. Give me a straw.
I wish.
You ever have that shot and it's? I did not make the name up for this shot. It's the real name of the shot. It's a Zipperhead.
No.
Go to Floods. Ask Psycho for Zipperhead.
I don't ever want to say those words.
In like the late 80s, it was what Swift kicks are now.
Okay.
They were everywhere. It's
There's
a whole bunch of
probably a reason
shit.
why they
it's
changed the
purple
name.
colored,
yeah.
But they give it to you in like what's the glass between a shot and a rocks glass? You know,
like between a shot and a rocks glass. Yeah, a little sifter. Yeah.
No, it's like a little. Anyway, whatever. It's like a 3-ounce glass. They fill it up. The shit's purple, and there's a straw in it, and you have the shot you do with a straw. It's called the Zipperhead. I've said it twice on air now.
I've done a Mind Eraser, which is kind of like that, where you do you put the
Zipperhead.
It's not as oh Lord.
It's a shot, man.
Yeah, it's not a shot anymore.
Is it? You can still order one.
You can still order one.
At Floods, you can.
Where it's always 1982.
Yeah, it's always the 80s at Floods.
It's always the 80s at Floods. All right. So so Joey and I know each other basically from drinking.
Our functioning alcoholism.
Yes, we function together. It's a cohabitat style of life. Now, every week I've been putting up on Facebook who wants to give me a topic to talk about, and Joey keeps putting up boobs.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep saying it too.
Putting up boobs, and I hope you keep doing it because then we'll have to bring it back for a next one.
Yeah.
Now we're bringing you here to talk about boobs.
They are my favorite.
And now my question is, aside from your personal affinity to boobs, what do you think is the overall draw? Do you think it is just the milk giving of life, the psychological thing like that, or do you think there's something else?
I think they just feel nice.
They feel nice,
and people just love to rub their faces against them.
Yeah.
Me and my buddy Greg years ago came up with an idea for a website that we never started, and it was called tittiesinmyface.com. And it was just going to be a video of us like going up to people and going like, "Hey, this is kind of like Girls Gone Wild, except you don't have to take them out. You just like put your boobs in my face." And that was going to be the entire video.
I like that, but let's have the titties out.
The titties out, and that's what you like. That is what you like.
Yes.
Now,
don't say the top is down. Say them titties is out.
Yeah. You gotta dump them out.
You gotta dump them out. Dump them. That's a nice delicate way to put it.
I only ever heard that when I moved up here.
Dump them out.
No one ever said that. That's so rude.
I've never heard that.
Where did you hear that?
Who
I
said
heard it
that
at the skate park.
Don't hang out with those kids anymore. Those are bad kids, Joey.
I heard it at the skate park. That could be a whole segment in itself.
Yeah, what other shit have you heard at the skate park?
I heard it at the skate park.
You don't want to know.
No, I do.
I did see some dude and his girlfriend be in the heroin naps.
Yeah.
Just like,
at the skate
park?
parks?
Nodding out at the
skate
skate park?
Yeah, they were nodding out. You're just
the nods? Yeah.
There was fucking needles on the ground next to him.
Nice.
Now that skate park is closed.
That's a good thing to roll over. Oh, that's the one by the park, Dansbury?
No, the one by the school, right behind Strasbourg.
Oh, shit. They closed that one?
Yep.
Oh, are there any operating skate parks right now?
Yeah, Dansbury is still open.
Dansbury's still open?
Is
it? Yeah, I know.
You know what I drove by today that has
what?
a very nice skate park still? Across from the Sands in Bethlehem?
Yeah, the Bethlehem
skate park?
That's the Bethlehem Skate Plaza.
The cement place?
Man,
yeah, it's fucking beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah. I've been there in like 3 years.
See what happens when...
Yeah, it's still looking gorgeous.
Yeah, but they're getting all the money from the casino across the street. They could definitely afford to keep that thing in working order.
Well, they also kick out all the drug addicts that go over there.
Yeah.
Unlike over at Strasbourg.
Yeah. You got to do that.
Dude, if you had to kick out all the drug addicts from Strasbourg had a population of 0.
It would be just me at the skate park.
It would be just you, and you'd be the best one there. You would be the best one there. Now, what's your favorite? I mean, you keep saying boobs. Is boobs your favorite way to refer to breasts?
Yeah.
Is that the one you use the most?
Boobs. I usually prefer. I usually say personality when I'm talking in public.
Yeah.
That girl's got
you
a
do
nice,
the hand motion.
Yeah. Well, you gotta.
Yeah.
You gotta let other people know you're talking about boobs.
I always go to the Monty Python. I said it before. Great big tracts of land. She's got personality. She's got great big tracts of land.
Her personality is so nice and big.
She's got really nice eyes. I remember hearing, actually Dave used to say that all the time. He goes, she's got really nice eyes. But he would just like widen his eyes when he said it.
It's the weirdest name I've heard for boobs.
Yeah, eyes. Eyes.
What
other weird names have you heard for boobs?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Chest meat, I like that one.
Chest meat, chesticles, I like to call them. Chesticles and breasticles, I do.
Breasticles are good, yes. That is good. I mean, in the song, we say titties, we say tatas.
Cuddle puppy, the cuddle puppy things, whatever
you
say? Snuggle pups.
Snuggle pups is what they called them. Snuggle pups. I saw on a list that I was looking off the list I got snuggle pups off of. They had, the Olsen twins, like Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen.
I would still have sex with them.
You would?
Yeah.
They're a little scary now.
Yeah, no, I mean, still.
They're famous still.
Yeah,
like, you know what? You know who's hotter than them?
Who?
Speaking of tits, fucking the rest of the cast of Fuller House.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh my god.
So,
what's your name in real life? I forget.
Stephanie.
Jodie Sweetin.
Jodie Sweetin. Oh my god, those tits.
She's got big fake titties.
They're fake, but I'm okay.
She did a lot of meth.
She did.
Yeah,
she married a cop and did a lot of meth.
I feel like we've definitely discussed
I would do
this.
meth with her if I could play with those titties.
I would probably do meth once with her.
If she was like, "Hey, you want to do meth?" and You know,
I'm like, yeah, but you gotta let me play with the titties once.
No, we're gonna do crazy shit.
Oh, I'm just there for the titties. I mean, everything else is just a fucking perk.
All right, would you say because are you a boob guy over an ass guy?
I sure am.
You sure are. Now, is it a proportion thing, or are you just straight like if they got good boobs, you're good?
They got good boobs. They can be big or small. I love them all.
You love them all.
It's got to be nice.
You're not in proportion to the body.
Yeah, well, the nipples got to be proportioned to the tit.
Okay, you don't no pancakes.
It depends. You've got like real big titties.
I did say saucer nipples in the.
Yeah, well, if you got big titties, it's okay.
Yeah, okay, all right.
But if you got like,
okay.
Now I have a question based on your opinion. Now my tit here is my nipple proportion to it.
Not at all.
Not at all. What would you say is wrong about my boobs here?
Everything.
The
fact that they're man boobs.
Their hair. You don't like man boobs?
I don't like man boobs.
All right, we'll put them away. I guess.
Next time, let's get a girl here who would ask me to examine her titties. So I'm gonna do that.
You'll do that? Right. This isn't Howard Stern, but we could maybe get a girl to throw ham on or something like that. You ever see that on Howard Stern back in the day? He would do a thing where they would just literally, a girl would like put her ass out and they would just throw pieces of like bologna and see what would stick to her.
Can you eat that sandwich after?
You can actually watch those episodes on Pornhub.
I'm sure people did. They have the episodes on Pornhub?
Yes.
Oh my dear Lord.
My favorite part of that show? Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice was amazing.
Oh my god. That dude, he's come back in memes lately, which is, they don't do justice to him. You know what I mean? The memes these days, the kids don't understand that dude not only looked fucked up, he was fucked up, but was funny as fuck.
Oh yeah.
He had some very funny things.
I just shared one of those memes. It was it's a picture of me eating a bowl of cereal. It's like, and it's the caption was, when you have, what's her fucking name? The broad who just overdosed, the famous chick. Demi Lovato? Yeah.
Demi Lovato.
When Demi Lovato is over and you're missing all your spoons.
But she's doing all right, right?
I don't care.
I honestly, when you were saying that, I was going to be like, Ariana Grande? Oh, wait, no. They're all the same person to me.
I was going to say Ariana Grande, too, but I was like, wait, no. We were just talking about her and her big dick boyfriend.
And how she has a big penis and how she is Ariana Moy Grande.
Yes.
Can that be the episode title instead? Ariana Moy Grande Dick. Ariana Moy Grande Dick. It's my new band name, at least.
I don't. What's a song Ariana Grande sings?
I don't know any.
God is a Woman is her newest one.
God is a Woman.
Yeah. Okay. I don't want to hear that.
Is she gonna copyright that phrase too?
She's probably part of this whole conspiracy of the super churches.
Maybe God. If God is a woman, it's Alanis Morissette. Kevin Smith already established that, and she should be able to copyright that.
Is Alanis Morissette lesbian?
No, I don't know. She dated Joey Gladstone though.
That's pretty gay.
That is.
Yeah.
Joey Gladstone, like Uncle Joey.
Yeah, that's who.
David.
That's what the song was written
about. Yeah.
Nice.
Wait, that song's about him forcing her to give him head?
No. That's about her describing their terrible relationship. Basically, they were like dating for like 5-6 years. Like
that's
for the majority of
well,
him
they are
being
Canadians.
on Full House. Yeah, they are Canadians.
Oh God.
Yeah, they met at a mall.
Of course they did.
I don't know. That's
Robin
true.
Sparkles.
What's it all
I'm
about?
just saying that it's all a boot. Yes.
The Canadians stick together, though.
They do.
Like that bitch. What's that bitch? Avril Lavigne.
Yeah.
She was married to the
Sum
dude
41,
from and now she's married to the dude from Nickelback.
Yep.
Two terrible life decisions for all three of them.
Yeah, they were all going like, it would be really good for my 2003 career. Marry someone else with their 2003 career.
You know, she died and they faked her like balls.
I really hope that theory is true.
Have you heard that theory?
No.
That,
I do love Avril Lavigne though.
She died in like 2003.
Not her music.
You love her personality?
When I was like, what?
How about her boobs?
Yes.
Alright, I don't even remember what they look like.
All I know is that when I was younger, when she first came out, Complicated, I liked the way she said frustrated.
Frustrated.
All Canadian and shit. I was like, that's hot. It's fucking hot.
I always was weirded out in movies when there would be a kid who I didn't know he was a Canadian when we're watching the movie, so I can't hold it against him. But there was
being Canadians.
But there was I forgot what movie it was, but the kid's just like, I'm sorry, and he just keeps saying I'm sorry, and I'm like, why is he saying sorry?
Here's a whole list that you can.
Okay. Brazil. What? Do Brazil?
It's the Venga Boys video, I think.
Does it have names for boobs on it?
I don't know.
Oh, it's just got boobs on it.
It's just boobs.
I'm okay with that.
It's got I think
That's
we're
the best
losing
one.
Joey. We're losing Joey. All right.
Oh
Well,
yeah.
I think that's the end of the show. If we keep watching this thing, it's
Hey,
just gonna
man.
be done for free.
Those are-
Well, I'm
this
gonna-
is on, and I'm googling fucking Avril Lavigne nip slips over here. And it's
Oh
like,
dear,
She
this
was-
Shit
is
is getting
definitely,
rough
I
in
will
this
say,
house.
the classiest
All right.
episode
Well, I'm
we've
gonna
done.
switch
I
over
think-
because
I
I don't
think
get to
was
talk
part-
to anybody about video games. So
Yeah.
now it's just
Oh,
a trailer for
yes.
Battle for Azeroth.
Okay, so you guys, I'm gonna step back just a little bit because
wait, is this
I just got one more thing to say
Warcraft?
about Avril Lavigne's boobs.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
She was part of the fappening.
She was.
Yeah.
Yes, so you can look up Avril Lavigne fappening.
Oh lord.
But video games is the second
Video
thing.
games coming on now. So Justin, what do you got?
Sorry, I was just checking, make sure sound didn't come through. No, that's how I know Joey, from going to the bars and talking about video games, basically.
Yeah.
And everybody else that comes on this program doesn't give two fucks about it. I know he's playing Battle for Azeroth.
Sure am.
Did
Can
you
you
play?
explain to us normies what Battle for Azeroth is? I thought this was the boob episode.
So it's the Asroth episode now.
Yeah,
Azeroth.
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 Battle for Avril Lavigne.
Azeroth.
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 Battle for Zoloft.
Battle for Zoloft. All right.
Anyway,
Yes, the Battle for Zoloft. That's
All
exactly
right.
what it is.
it's just the next chapter in World of Warcraft.
Okay.
Basically, the next expansion that came out, next story arc,
It's
and basically now it's Alliance versus Horde going
again,
through. Yeah, I
finally.
mean, you know, they made a lot of fucking changes. Where are you in the game? Like,
I
are
just
you
got
enjoying it?
Yeah, it's pretty good. I like the story. You got a bunch of quests.
You playing Horde or Alliance?
Playing Horde right now. I played both of them though,
Okay.
but the Alliance story seems a lot better. At least in
Yeah, I mean, I'm playing through on Horde right now, and the troll area I can't fucking stand, really.
it's all troll areas. So
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know. I'm not
I got a
that
troll
far.
area for
which
you.
troll area are you talking about?
The fucking, basically the main.
Oh, the Zolbazar.
Yeah,
I think this is all we
Yeah,
can do.
I'm not-
Zolbazar.
Oh,
Oh man.
Bulbasaur.
I don't know.
Bulbasaur.
I have
Balthazar.
my big bulbous cock.
Yeah, that's the best storyline in the Horde storyline though.
The cock one.
Yeah. Both of those
Fuck
questions.
you
The answer is
two going
yes.
over there.
What?
Fuck you both.
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
I'm talking about
exactly.
dicks over here. What are you talking about?
Also, I cannot wait for Classic to come out.
Oh yeah, dude.
What's that?
It's the
I was
original
thinking about playing that.
version of World of Warcraft
Yeah.
that's coming out again.
How
Finally.
many
You get to start from
editions
the
have
beginning,
they
you know
had?
what I mean? Everything.
Everything, everybody is from square one.
See, that's
Yeah.
why I thought that when that comes out, I might finally get around
it's
to playing this
a
game.
very brutal version, like very basic version.
It's like
of
I
the game.
love
Better.
Diablo.
No, it is. It's
It's one of
like-
my favorite games of all time.
Like
and this
Diablo.
company,
Like
any
the
of
PC
them,
Diablo
mostly
games?
No.
mostly 2 and 3.
The beginning of 2, or I mean the beginning of 3 or the end of 3, because they're totally different games now.
The
from
end
what
of
I've
3 as in the DLC or when
Like,
it first came
like
out?
the edition that's out now, like how they
I've
changed a
not
whole bunch of
played
shit.
I probably haven't played it in a year.
No, so yeah, well, it's
Yeah.
still it's the same thing from a year ago.
Because I played it when it first came out. I played it when the first DLC shit came. Like I've probably bought that game 3 or 4 times
Yeah.
and gone through the whole thing a bunch of times, and it has changed, but I still love it. Like the first time I played it.
I mean, 3
2
is definitely
two
way
is
more
obviously-
simplified than 2.
Yeah.
2 is obviously like the pinnacle of Diablo.
Well, they got a cow level.
Yeah,
I've never played it, but I watch my boy play it all the time.
Diablo 2 you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I played Diablo 3. I wasn't a big fan of it. Kind of felt like I wasted.
It's
$60.
very simple, man. Like
No,
in
I
comparison.
still love it though.
I think you might have.
I definitely did. I haven't played it since. So.
Yeah.
So-
Well, the PC,
Trade
you're playing it
that
on.
shit
You picked
in.
it up on PC.
Get
Yeah,
some
PC.
Nintendo.
See, the problem is there's no controller support, and on console it is.
I've only
1,000
ever
times
played it
better.
on console. I never played it on
Like
PC.
playing it on
That's
PS4
right, yeah.
Playing
is
it
so
on PS4
fucking
with
smooth. dude.
people in the
I've heard that it's better on.
It's one of the
Yeah,
few
it's
games
like-
you could still play. Like we can both play sitting on the couch watching the same TV.
Yep.
Yeah.
We don't need to have, you know what I mean? I feel like every
Not
multiplayer
only
game
that,
now
but
is
just
like
the control
a.
schemes are
yeah,
way
Kind of
better,
feel
like-
when you're doing that, it kind of feels like Gauntlet Legends.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, that's the type of game that they built.
Yeah.
Like that's what it was. They just built upon.
So explain to me
action
the type
game,
the type of
basically.
game is it an open world game?
No, it
No.
has linear paths,
So
but it's
you
a
are
top down
following-
dungeon crawler.
Are you
Yeah.
playing online with other
you
people?
can,
Yes.
you can.
Okay. Do most people play it online?
Oh yeah, well, I mean, for 3 you have to.
Because
be
my
connected.
experience of any of this is literally the South Park episodes. Like,
Oh, you're
that-
talking
you're
like
talking
World
about
of Warcraft.
Yeah. Oh, so different thing.
World of Warcraft.
That's almost classic. The
Oh.
original.
Wait, are
When
they
did
not
that
the
come out?
same thing?
They are
No.
the same thing, but the games
But they're
change so much,
different.
man.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're
They're
not
like
just
they're
killing
dungeon.
boars
They're both
and
dungeon
stuff?
crawlers.
It's
I wish.
like the NBA and the WNBA are the same, but they're not.
Yeah.
I mean, World of
How are
Warcraft
they
is
not
all
the
online.
same, Zach?
I would like to hear the
Yeah.
explanation for this.
I would love to know.
Anyway, World of Warcraft.
What kind of shots should I do?
Hook shots.
Hook shots.
Only hook shots.
Oh, okay. Oh Lord. So what is this out now already?
This
It's out
one
now,
right here is
yeah.
out. Yeah.
And you're both playing it?
Yes.
How many hours have you put in on this one?
I haven't put that many in this one. My total time for the warrior I'm playing right now is 94 days.
Jesus Christ.
That's in-game time.
Yeah, in-game
You know what I
time.
mean?
Plus whatever is on my.
Over how many actual days?
That's like
I mean,
6, 7,
the game
8,
came
no,
out.
10, 15
This game
years.
came out in
okay.
2004.
Okay, Jesus Christ. I was going to say.
Yeah.
This
What
game
is-
came out in
You have a
2004.
problem,
Yeah,
sir.
14 years. Oh, most of that time came from 2005 to 2000 and whatever the end of Wrath of Lich King was.
2005 to 2005.
No, like 2005 to 2008.
Yeah.
May to May.
Yeah.
2005.
Yeah, May 3rd to May 7th, 2005.
That's only on one character because I got like 7
There's a
other
crazy
characters
Cinco
that
de
have at
Mayo.
least 50 days played too.
I somehow did
What
90
does a
days
day
and 4
equate
days.
to in real time, though?
It's just however
Yeah,
long
how
it
many
takes you to
hours?
get 24 hours.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's
So
just
however long
so
you're
it is
logged
that
in
many
for-
hours you put into that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah.
So you've put
That's a lot of
3
time.
full months of your life into this game.
Way more than 3 full months. If
Just
you, across all the characters that I have.
yeah, that's absurd.
Oh, that's not even. I'm not even that bad.
You're not that bad.
No, there's people that play this.
I mean, are those
Dude,
people
there are
making money
documentaries
off of it,
about
though?
people.
There's people with 365 days or more.
Yeah,
That's a year
a year.
worth of time of
Yeah.
their life.
So I mean, how long are they doing that in the last 14 years? Like pretty much as
Probably.
well.
Yeah.
Or maybe even less.
Jeez.
The original-
I mean, I put that much time into watching movies. Like I
Sure.
could definitely like if I looked at every single movie I watched and gave a rough estimate to how many times I've seen it. Like I would say
I would say way more than that.
I would say I've put at least like a year or 2 years into my life of just watching movies like one time. Be
Yeah.
absurd.
Yeah, I can.
Now-
I can agree with that.
Now, okay, to kind of wrap this all in, what game do you think has made the most realistic boobs?
That's
Yeah,
a good question.
Realistic or
Most
the
realis-
ones I want the most in my life?
Because
Because if we're going the ones that I want the most in my
yeah,
life,
we'll go with that first.
Dead or Alive Beach Volleyball.
Yes.
Yeah,
Dead or Alive
for
Beach
sure.
Volleyball is
All
Dead or
definitely.
Alive Beach Volleyball, hands down.
I
Girls'
don't know
titties.
what that
Oh
is.
my god.
There's some
Tits-
anime titties.
Yeah,
Oh
anime
my-
titties. Okay,
That's
all
what
right.
that is. That's anime titties.
But realistic?
Realistic anime
Breasts?
titties.
All right. Now, okay, if
You know what
were
breasts are really nice? And I won't lie. The new Tomb Raider game?
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same
Because
thing.
she looks like a normal
Yeah.
human. She has human proportions, but
Yep.
she's just a gorgeous.
She doesn't have
Yeah.
titties
Yeah,
that are
it's
like
not
up
like
to here.
Final
Yeah,
Fantasy.
yeah, it's not fake.
It's not Final Fantasy where
Yeah.
they just go.
well, that's good that they're
you can-
finally learning.
You can see this girl going out in the wild without her tits getting ripped off.
If we're
Yeah.
talking about Final Fantasy though, Lulu, Final
I hate it
Fantasy
when
X.
someone's tits gets ripped
Yeah.
off.
Yeah, I mean, unless I'm doing the ripping.
Why do you want to do that? This is a weird way to end this episode.
I saw Guar do that to Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
You did. Yeah.
Yeah,
Guar
that's
ripped
all I
Hillary
mean.
Clinton's tits
Yeah.
off.
Last week
That's
was the
gross.
Guar episode. You were late. You're late.
Well, you guys are early on the boobs then.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
not true in my life. All right, so
Should never be early on the
what
boobs.
would you say? Okay, if we're gonna to wrap up boobs in general, what would you say are your top 1 or 2? What are the
Who's got
celebrity?
the
We're
best
saying
boobs?
celebrity.
Celebrity boobs?
Who's your favorite? I mean, I guess you could say real person, but that just gets weird. We already know you're gonna say Melanie, so we
I've
can
never
just leave
seen
her at
Melanie's
that.
boobs, so
Yeah, but that probably.
that'd be like number 1 or 2 of that I want to see.
Okay, I want to see. No, the celebrities.
If
So
you're
who's,
listening,
who's your Melanie? Just come on.
Come
I know
on.
you said no thousands of
This
times.
episode
To
is
say
gone
yes.
straight down the shitter. At least
Straight
for my,
down
Anyway.
the
at least
shitter.
for my reputation,
Yeah,
guys.
a little bit, but it's better for that, I guess.
My favorite celebrity titties, I don't know. Ava Green's got some pretty nice titties.
Who's that?
The chick from She was in the second Sin City.
Okay.
And the second 300.
Oh, she likes to do sequels.
Yes, she likes to show her titties in the sequels too, and that's I'm all about that.
Okay, all right. Well, that's good. It's good to know what your
favorite
Amelia
titties.
Clark has some beautiful.
She does
breasts.
have some beautiful little boobies.
They're not huge.
They're very proportionate.
They're not even big.
They're good for her body, though.
They're perfect.
If
you've watched the first 2 seasons of Game of Thrones with me and my mom, you've seen them.
If you've watched them with Zach and his mom,
I watched way too much Game of Thrones with my mom. And just like had to look like into the corner during the scene, just be like,
Not me.
And then that ends, and I turn back to my mom like, hey, what?
Said my mom knew I love titties, so
yeah.
I'm talking about more of like the rape.
Oh.
Yeah.
No.
Don't watch Game of Thrones with your mom.
Yeah.
Or watch it with me and my mom.
Last
Last season of Game of Thrones. I'm putting that out there right now. Last season of Game of Thrones. If you want to watch it with me and my mother,
contact
we will auction that off. I will.
km.won'tshutup@gmail.com. Send us your requests to be a part of that, and we'll pull one out of that.
Yeah, my mom was.
She'll watch it. We can give one away per episode. You know, you've got multiple. We have at least 6-7 episodes in the next one. Some of them are longer.
I've met so many of your friends.
I think it's only be 6 again.
I've met so many of your friends. All right,
they're really into the weird rape scenes.
Can you play that one again? Can you play that one again?
Oh my god!
Oh, thank God I wore this trench coat. Can you play it again?
Thank God my mom doesn't watch this fucking show, man.
Our show, and she'll just be surprised when you bring her.
I still want to hear what your guys' favorite celebrity boobs are.
Favorite all time?
Well, he already got tags.
What's my brain?
Of all time? Oh man.
What's your check from
Denise Richards, dude?
Denise Richards. Wild Things.
That's up there.
Yeah.
That was my number one for a long time, and actually, I think it might be number one.
What was
it's a
the
really
girl
hot scene
from American Pie?
Tara Reid?
No,
Not Tara Reid.
I know you're talking
about. The whole world has seen Tara Reid's gross tits.
No,
Tara Reid's my favorite stomach.
The girl who plays Nadia.
Yeah. Who is that?
Shannon Elizabeth.
Yeah, she gets some nice tits.
Oh yeah, those are
classic.
Those are
classic. Yeah,
you want to get up all up in that personality.
Oh, definitely. For me, they're ones that I've never seen, and I don't think you can see, and I think it's the mystery that allures me to them. And because I'm a weird person, it's an old lady.
Helen Mirren?
No. Okay, number 2 is Helen Mirren, maybe. No, I have a ranking. Here's basically my ranking. Helen Mirren in the top 5 in no particular order, like 2 through 4. It's pretty much Helen Mirren. Susan Sarandon, right? Susan Sarandon, those are great. I mean, you can see Helen Mirren's and Susan Sarandon's and things, though. And then it goes. God damn it, I'm forgetting. Sigourney Weaver.
Yes.
Oh yeah, dude.
I always get Susan Sarandon and Sigourney Weaver mixed up,
and that's kind of why.
Sigourney Weaver, you can see Sigourney Weaver really bear a lot of it in Alien.
One of those two has a daughter that gets naked in Californication.
Oh, true. That is true.
And it's really hot.
Yeah. Now, I don't know if that's all 4 there, but either way, the next one, the one that I kind of put up there, and it's a specific scene in a movie, Jamie Lee Curtis in True Lies.
Yeah, that's a good scene.
That
may have been the first
probably
boobs I ever
thing
saw.
Alyssa mocks me for the most is my obsession with Jamie Lee Curtis.
So are you seeing Halloween?
Gorgeous, man.
Did we confirm that? Are you going to see the new Halloween?
I am going to see the new
Halloween.
Halloween.
We're going to go see it.
We're going to go see it. We're going to watch her be sexy and 60. It's going to be amazing for everybody.
Hey, she's staying normal with her.
Yeah.
Her fucking
yeah, she's staying regular.
That's it.
She's staying regular.
Yeah.
She's shitting whenever she needs to.
You know, I tried to write a joke when I was living in Philly about my roommate saying, "Hey, anything in the fridge that you want to eat, you can eat," and how I just got real baked one night and just real quick with one spoon scoop in each one down to 6-pack of Activia. I've been real regular lately. The punchline was just I've been real regular lately, and it didn't work at all.
What about tits that you would really like that? Realistically, you'll never get to see. Aren't super popular.
Okay.
But tits that you'd really love to see.
The curiosity factor.
Yeah, like Whoopi Goldberg.
Okay, so
you would say no.
I'm not gonna say no to anybody's.
Well, I'll go with the classic one then from the movie Airheads. B. Arthur.
Yeah, B. Arthur.
B. Arthur.
Oh,
She's
B.
another.
Arthur.
I'd like to see
beautiful
all
man.
of those.
All the Golden Girls.
The Golden
I want to see
Girls.
the Golden Girls Golden Globes.
I would like to see Betty White's boobs now.
What's
Now? Would you rather see them now or 40 years ago?
40 years ago, for sure.
For sure?
What about what's your face from the 60 Minutes?
60 Minutes?
60 Minutes.
Anderson Cooper?
Anderson Cooper's tits.
You want to see his gray-haired tits?
No, Wolf Blitzer. If we're going,
Wolf Blitzer.
Wolf Blitzer's
All right,
got
what
some
man
tits
tits?
up.
What man tits are you most curious about? Any man tits are you curious
Danny
about?
DeVito.
Danny DeVito,
Yeah.
but we've
But
seen
I'm sure
them.
you can see them.
Yeah, it's
You
always
definitely
every-
can
like
see them
every
a lot.
other
Every
episode.
episode.
Yeah.
It's
I just
every-
watched the one where he shaves his head because he wants to be clean.
There's not a lot of
Covers
man.
himself.
I got a Magnum dot.
Yeah.
Who's man tit having?
Would you pay to see a picture of the president's man tits?
I would love
No.
it. I would look
Nope.
at anyone naked.
No.
I'm not paying money.
Well, I
Well,
would-
Zach's already said in a previous episode that he would look at a dick pic of the president's dick if
I
it
would, because
existed.
apparently
I
he's
look at
got
a dick
penis.
pic at anybody. Like if you're like, hey dude, you gotta look at this. Like, oh, who's this dick pic? I'll be like,
I'm
it's
not-
me, motherfucker. I'll be like, cool, yeah.
I'm not going to go out of my way to see this picture,
Yeah.
but if you
No,
show it to
but-
me, I'm not going to be like,
All right.
Yeah, I'm not gonna look away.
You want to look away?
Ever.
All right.
On anything.
All right. Well, I think that's a good place to wrap up the episode. That
I've been
Zach
sent dick
will
pics
not
before.
look away from dick pics,
That's the other podcast where if Kyle Muck won't shut up and
and
Zach
won't
look
stop
away.
looking away from looking at dick pics. I can't do it. 45-second episodes, and he just gives up after that.
he's not giving up.
3-minute
He can't
intro
stop.
song, 4-minute outro song, 45 seconds of content. All right.
Content.
Content.
That's good.
That is good. All right. Well, as always, coming from the lovely houseboat Tommy Lee Jones, I would like to thank Mr. Joey Yendrick for joining us tonight, talking about boobs.
Yay.
Thank you very much, sir. It's a wonderful time having you here.
You're very
This is
welcome.
the episode that we will probably get the most shit for if anybody ever starts
Yeah.
listening. So
Yeah, how many times did I see
Yeah.
Zipperhead?
yeah, it's
Stop
all right.
it.
Stop, dude.
4 now, I believe.
No, it's 5.
4 or 5.
45.
It's a drink. It's a
It's
fucking
a drink. It's a
Google
drink.
it. You know,
It's also a
it's
thing
a
that
drink.
If you're gonna do that, you have to say it and then
yeah.
start in with
Yeah.
"it's a drink." Don't wait
Yeah.
2 minutes before
Well,
you're
and
like,
also,
"No, it's
nobody,
a drink." Man.
Nobody in this episode has said why it's not a good thing to say, so we can just leave it at that. And if you think it's not a good thing to say, you're the racist. There
Yes.
you go.
Yeah, fuck
Exactly.
you.
All right. So as always, I'm
He was
joined
in
here.
Gran Torino.
You're a
It's a
racist. You
drink.
watch his movies.
It's a drink. I swear.
Oh, Lord, it's a drink. I swear. He says that like 9 times in that movie, right? Oh God. Oh,
I swear it's a drink.
It's a drink.
I didn't make
Wait,
this shit
that-
up. You look
hold
it up.
on.
It's a fucking drink, man.
It brings light to
I'm
a
just
whole
never
new
going-
movie that he was just a crazy old man trying to find a bar.
Yeah, he's trying to find a bar.
It's all drunk.
That's why he's not driving the car anymore, because he's fucking wasted. Oh, Lord.
Man.
Oh, good. All right. Well, as always, Justin
Yeah,
Olimpado.
you're welcome. Later.
Thank you so much. And Mr. Zachary
I'm sorry.
Storman. Zachary, I'm sorry.
I said a lot
Right
of bad shit this episode.
Can't wait to
I said
show
a lot
this to
of
your
bad
mother.
shit.
All right,
Yeah.
and I am Kyle Mocha here for Kyle Mocha Won't Shut Up. You're going to hear our wonderful closing theme song to play
We
us
should
out.
sing along with it.
We should sing along with it. You want to leave the microphone on and sing along with it, or no? No, just sing along with it.
I sing
here?
along with it anyway.
All right, you can just mute us
You
and
can
we'll
sing
just sing
along
along
with
with it
it
for
at
fun.
home.
All right.
Just let it play
Well-
normal so that people can hear the good stuff, and then one day we'll figure out if we can do this properly or not.
Well, we'll see.
Well, thank you so much for listening to episode 17. We will see you next week when we might have a special guest. I'm not really sure. But we'll be here 9 o'clock live. Check us out on moot.tv and check out Let Me Ask You a Question, also for moot.tv, starring Anthony, EJ5000, and the Gregaman. And when they get to it, they do White Wasabi. It's kind of every couple of months here and there. They talk about anime and different, online series and things along those lines that I don't really know anything about. But that's Sensei Micah, Gregaman, and EJ5000. And I don't think I've plugged Not Movies in a while. They're a great show, and I got to get on there at some point and do a little crossover episode with them. They come up with a different movie every week. It's a pretty cool theme. They just kind of map out the idea for a movie. They've done the Mighty Ducks 4. They've done a bunch of different, sequels, prequels. It's a real fun time. So shout out to them. Check them out on iTunes, and we will be available on iTunes at some point. We're just waiting. They have a bunch of hoops that we got to jump through, so we're going through that right now. We all work full time.
This
Back the
episode
fuck
might
off, all
not be
right?
alive.
No, this one might be. This one might be.
This should be the first one.
This
might be YouTube and mute.
This
is-
Mute.tv.
Mute.tv only.
Mute.tv. Sorry.
This
Yeah,
is the
iTunes
episode
will
that if
ban
I
us.
ever get to be a famous person,
This is what's
and
going to
they
come
look back,
down.
they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, we dug this out of the archives.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're fired
Yeah.
from whatever big project."
Well, that's
you're
why I
working
like
on."
getting all the terrible shit out up front, because everyone will just think that we're a bunch of pieces of shit, and we
Yeah.
make something of ourselves. We're like, oh, well, they're pieces of shit still. And we'll just be like, all right,
At
cool.
least we're not these pieces of shit.
Yeah, at least we're not
exactly.
these pieces of shit.
R.I.P. James.
All
Gunn.
right. Well, R.I.P. James Gunn. Everyone's very sad. All right.
Post Malone lived though.
Oh,
Did
Post
you see
Malone's
that?
alive. Yeah,
Post
he
Malone
survived the
lived.
plane
He
crash.
survived the plane crash.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't care.
Yeah, I was really hoping to be able to name the show Post Malone. But
God.
all right.
It's his stench
There
that saved
we
him.
go. All right, so here's our theme song. We will see you next week, guys.
If
Have a
you're-
good one.
If you come to
If you're
Florida,
still
buy
listening, I
Izzy
salute
Stop
you.
it.
Bye-bye. We'll see you next
I'm
week.
just gonna keep the microphones
All right.
on.
You're
you
gonna
motherfucker.
keep them on?
Yeah, you said you guys wanted
You
to
want to
sing.
sing
it.
along? All right, whatever. Ready? There's nothing more egomaniacal than singing the theme music for your own show. Who am I? Kelsey Grammer. If I could only drink like him, we're gonna write a new one every week. Oh, we were drinking Victory this week. Yeah, Victory beers.
Victory
Shout out.
beer, yeah.
It's a
Time of the
church
show.
Thanks, Victory.
He's a victory of a man.
Golden Monkey's the best.
Some will
It is a great beer.
be total experimental pieces of shit.
It's the best song I ever fucking
This
wrote,
is
dude.
the best song I've ever been
I
a
love
part
this
of.
song, dude.
Congratulations to us.
It's the best song I've ever heard.
Oh, we're not over yet. Now we are. We're over now. Microphone's going off. Have a good week. Bye. Bye.
Peace,
See ya.
motherfuckers.
Bye. Fuck
What?
you. Fuck
Bye-bye.
you.
Huh?
Bye.